Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lincoln Kenobi here, and today we have a rumor that came in on yesterday, and it's titled "Ghost of Yotei to be delayed till 2026 after abandoning Ghost of Tsushima sequel." So there has been a lot of controversy on this game right now, and like I said before, I had no problem with it. I had no problem having a female lead do the take over take the game, the Ghost of Yeti. It looks pretty good and everything, but right now there's been a lot of controversy because of what has been because they have a female activist taking the role, and you had a former Sweet Baby employee working with Sucker Punch. So right, and then there was a video that I did yesterday that some of the developers did not know there was going to be a female lead, and of course Sony executives were not very happy with the critics going on with the response of what was going on with the game. So let's take a look at this article and see what we got. Rumor claims that Sony and Sucker Punch Productions recently announced Ghost of Yeti Wu game will be delayed at least 2026 after the company changed its vision from Ghost of Tsushima sequel to Ghost of Yotei. Sony announced the Ghost of Yotei during its most recent PlayStation State of Play at the end of September and revealed that the game will be released sometime in 2025. Sucker Punch Productions and senior communications manager Andrew Goldfarb declared on the PlayStation blog, "We are forever grateful for the success of Ghost of Tsushima, and we can't wait for you all to experience Ghost of Yotei in 2025." A little over a week since that announcement, a new rumor from YouTuber Eddie claims that the game will likely be delayed to 2026. I was also told that do not expect Yotei in 2025 at all. Apparently, the game's nowhere near being done, but it's a very slim chance that this game actually releases 2025. It could very easily fall to 2026. But if you're getting your hopes up for it coming out next year, probably don't do that. Every source that I spoke to say that they full expect a delay at some point to be announced, he added. Earlier in his video, he shared that Sucker Punch was originally working on a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima and not Yotei. He said, "I was told that originally Yotei was not the original game idea at all. It was actually indeed Ghost of Tsushima 2 starring Jin Sakai, but sometime during development, the game was halted and then completely changed its division. This Atsu character we see was not originally decided to be the main character of this game, and apparently according to my sources, Yotei's world and design are largely based on the assets that were being used while making Tsushima 2. Apparently, working began on Tsushima 2 around 2 months after the official sales data came through on the first game's success." Eddie then shared that the reason why Yotei will get delayed is due to this change in vision. These changes from Tsushima 2 to Yotei happened apparently within the last year, so the entire vision of the project has been changed. He added, "The era of placing the game 300 years into the future from Tsushima's story was decided because it would be more believable in Sucker Punch's internal talks for the game to star a woman at the point instead." Later in his Ediamon also relayed, "I'm told Yotei may be smaller than the original Tsushima game because of the development problems behind the scene and the fact that they sidelined Jin Sakai for this new Atsu hero instead. This led to a lot of asset flips and the story changing, but the core idea of Jin being hunted by Ronin was kept, but of course he was replaced by Atsu instead." He also shared that Yotei is also allegedly being developed as a cross-gen game for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 because Sucker Punch and Sony are worried that the game won't sell if it isn't available to a larger install base. Finally, Ennio revealed that his source informed him that the project could be scaled down depending on the public's reception. He stated, "As I was told, if Yotei's reception does not improve, this could scale the game back in terms of scope and resources. If Sony starts to notice the public opinion on this game is not changing for the better, they'll opt for a smaller overall content package. Of note, Goldbarb did share on the PlayStation blog the reason why Sucker Punch chose to abandon Jin Sake's story. He stated, "We also wanted to continue to innovate, to create something fresh but familiar. We looked beyond Jin Sake's story and the island of Tsushima and shifted our focus to the idea of the ghost instead. At Sucker Punch, we love origin stories, and we wanted to explore what it could mean to have a new hero wearing a ghost mask and uncovering a new legend. This led us to the Ghost of Yotei, a new protagonist, a new story to unfold, and a new region of Japan to explore." On top of Goldvar's explanation, Nate Fox, one of the game's creative directors, told New York Times, "When we started working on a sequel, the first question we asked ourselves is, what is the DNA of the Ghost game? It is about transporting the player to the romance and beauty of feudal Japan." The other creative director, Jason Connell, shared that the game's setting was inspired by a research trip to Japan, where they visited Mount Yotei. He said, "I sat there for 2 hours just staring at the mountain. It was stunning." In regards to the rumor regarding the game being cross-gen, GoFarm noted, "This is also Sucker Punch's first game built from the ground up for PlayStation 5, and we're excited to build on the visual foundation we established in Ghost of Tsushima by making the world feel more even real. We have massive sight lines that let you look far across the environment, who new skies featuring twinkling stars of auroras, even more believable moment from wind on grass and vegetation, and more improvements we'll share in the future. Our new setting also gives us the opportunity to introduce new mechanics, gameplay improvements, and even new weapons rewrote." Well, I can tell you this right now, man. If this game... I mean, look, like I said, dude, I have no problem with a female lead doing a Ghost of Yotei. I have no problem with doing... I mean, look, I would like a Ghost of Tsushima sequel to Jin Sake, but if they wanted to make a new story of a new character and all, I have no problem with a female lead. But it's like and I get a lot of people are concerned about this. A lot of people have the right to be concerned about this game in particular. So we're gonna see what happens here, and we'll just go from there, man. We'll wait. So let me know what you guys think of this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share this video, post a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are, and if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me. Alright, you guys. I'll see you guys around. Later.